When everyone got off work, Daly put on a pair of gloves and began digging through his coworkers' trash cans. He carefully took their used coffee cups and sealed the lids inside plastic bags. Daly rushed straight home and used a cotton swab to collect DNA from the lids. He placed the DNA into an extraction solution. His cloning machine began to operate. When the process was complete, his co-worker's consciousness was copied into the game. Daly modified the game's code permissions and did whatever he wanted inside his private game world. He enjoyed the thrill of tormenting his co-workers. Those who acted arrogant in real life could only obey him inside the game. Daly was the CTO of a tech company called Callister Incorporated. The company had developed the hottest immersive VR game on the market, called Infinity. In real life, Daly was introverted, repressed, and almost invisible in the office. When he accidentally tripped one day, his subordinates laughed at him for a long time. Even asking Packer to get him a cup of coffee required him to speak very timidly. One morning, a new programmer named Nanette joined the company and enthusiastically told Daly she admired his work on Infinity. Just as they were talking, Daly's business partner and CEO Walton walked in. He ordered Daly to speed up the release of the new update and then took Nanette on a company tour. Daly felt humiliated. He went home full of anger and vented all of it on Walton's copied consciousness inside the game. The next day, Nanette politely made Daly a cup of coffee. She happened to run into Shania. When Shania learned that Nanette admired Daly, she immediately mocked him and warned Nanette to stay away. Daly overheard everything. He decided to add Nanette to the game as well. He stole her coffee cup, extracted her DNA, and waited 16 hours. Nanette woke up aboard the spaceship USS Callister. She looked around in confusion and slowly walked to the control room. Her co-workers were wearing strange uniforms, and some even had altered skin appearances. Seeing Nanette's shock, Shania hurried to comfort her. They explained that this was a private, offline version of the game where Daly had absolute godlike power. He extracted co-workers' DNA from used coffee cups, half-eaten lollipops, and even used toilet paper to trap them here forever. Kabir had angered Daly. Shania had insulted him. Packer had bought the wrong sandwich, and the receptionist's only crime was not smiling correctly. Nanette panicked and ran through the ship, trying to escape. When she tried to open a hatch door, her hand slowly vanished. She was forcefully teleported back into the control room. Daly appeared with a muscular body, thick hair, and a confident expression, a complete contrast to his real self. He expected Nanette to play along as Lieutenant Cole. Nanette refused and demanded to be released. Daly's expression darkened. With a wave of his hand, he erased Nanette's mouth and nose from her face. She could not see, could not breathe, and fell into suffocating darkness. In this world, Daly only needed to adjust the code to become an all-powerful god, and without his permission, no one in the game could even die. Terrified, Nanette finally surrendered. Her face returned. The mission sequence began. Nanette stumbled back to her station. Shania quietly told her to just press any button. Mission details appeared on the screen. Daly led the crew into the transporter room and called to Nanette to join him. They were transported to a planet's surface. Shania whispered to Packer to shoot Daly, but Packer's gun did not work. Only Daly's weapon could fire. Everyone had to continue pretending. Their archenemy, the evil Valdak, suddenly appeared. Nanette listened to the exaggerated dialogue in disbelief. Valdak summoned a monstrous alien creature. The creature roared at Daly, and Nanette stumbled back in fear. At that moment, the controller emitted a sharp notification sound.
Hold on, I think my pizza's here.
Everyone let out a long sigh of relief after the awkward performance ended. Valdak complained about the heavy weapon, and the monster simply lay on the ground in boredom. Nanette finally realized that the entire game world was just acting along with Daly's fantasies. The monster was actually a co-worker from marketing who had been turned into a creature and exiled just because he disobeyed Daly once. When Daly returned to the game,
Oh my god! We are all gonna die! Over there! A naked lady!
he delivered heroic lines according to the script. The cloned crew members praised him enthusiastically. Valdak begged Jesse to kill him so he could escape the game entirely, but Daly was not done playing. He ordered Valdak to be thrown into the ship's brig. Everyone celebrated the victory aboard the ship. The men clapped and sang. The women took turns giving celebratory kisses. Daly pulled Nanette in for a kiss, but she slapped him across the face. The whole crew went silent, waiting for Daly's fury. His eyes burned with anger. He looked ready to destroy Nanette, but he stopped himself. He said he would forgive her once, but warned in an icy tone that there would not be a next time. When Daly logged off for the night, the clones were left alone. Nanette said she would never kiss him. Shania explained that in this game, kissing was the only thing Daly allowed. Nothing beyond that could happen. They revealed that Daly had removed everyone's and all normal bodily needs, leaving them as incomplete, doll-like humans. Nanette checked and confirmed it herself. The humiliation only strengthened her resolve to escape. She used her programming knowledge and found a way to send a message outside the game. She wrote, "Help. Many people trapped inside Infinity on Daly's computer. Contact Cyber Police." Seeing this strange message, the real Nanette went to confront Daly. Daly panicked and claimed it was harassment spam. He rushed home and logged back into the game. Feeling completely betrayed, Daly became furious. He decided to punish Nanette. Shania stepped in to defend her, so Daly transformed Shania into a monster and banished her to a deserted planet. When Daly logged out again, Nanette regretted her actions deeply. Shania, now a monster, cried in despair until she noticed a wormhole in the distance. Nanette suddenly had a plan. If they flew the ship into the wormhole during a game update, they would hit the system firewall. The illegal clone version would be deleted. They would be freed. But the ship could only launch when Daly was logged in. They must execute their plan the next time Daly logs in, before the update arrived. Nanette remembered she had sensitive photos stored in her personal cloud. The next time Daly logged in, Nanette volunteered to join him on an away mission. They traveled to a hot spring planet. Nanette undressed and invited Daly to swim. While Daly was distracted, the clone crew hacked into her cloud storage. When shocking photos appeared, the whole crew gasped. They selected some and sent blackmail messages to the real Nanette, telling her to follow their plan. Everything went smoothly. Real Nanette went to Daly's home and ordered a pizza delivery. When Daly went to the door, she slipped inside, stole all the DNA items, and swapped out Daly's consciousness connector. This successfully delayed him from logging in. Meanwhile, Nanette was teleported back onto the ship. The crew accelerated toward the wormhole, but Daly had a backup connector. He logged in and chased them in another ship. They weaved through asteroids. Daly was gaining on them. Suddenly, the engine failed. Walton rushed into the engine chamber and sacrificed himself to repair it. With only seconds left, the crew steered into the collapsing wormhole. When they awoke, they had not been deleted. They had been transferred into the official, live version of the game. The firewall removed all of Daly's modified code. Their bodies and clothes returned to normal. Shania and all previously erased coworkers were restored. They were free now, sentient, immortal digital beings. They joyfully launched their ship into the vast, open universe. Back in the real world, Daly sat motionless in his chair. His consciousness was trapped in the now empty, collapsing void of his private game. He would die of dehydration and starvation in reality, while his mind remained imprisoned forever.